सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome you all with my love and respects. Today's subject is release your engrams and realize yourself. Some of the modern scientific discoveries. Group of researchers at the University of California, Los Angeles, report that long-term or complicated grief activates neurons in the reward centers of the brain, possibly giving these memories addiction-like properties. I always tell people, suffering becomes almost an addiction. People are very happy with it. Without that, they feel something is missing. This is what I call matured pain body. See, when your physical body is matured, it goes on giving birth to more and more bodies like it. Same way, if the pain body gets matured beyond certain level, it goes on expanding, giving birth to itself, like its likeness. More and more and more pain bodies are created. When the pain bodies get matured, when it gets into the addiction-like properties, that is what I call matured pain body. So it just goes on reproducing more and more and more pain bodies just like itself. Just like itself. Catching the pain body, taking care, it does not become more and more mature. It does not become like addiction. It's a very important step. See, the engraved memories, if they are left alone, if you just let them be, without cleaning, without removing them, they slowly become like addiction. It's a very revealing truth. Let me read out once more. Complicated grief, long-term or complicated grief, activates neuron in the reward centers of the brain, possibly giving these memories addiction-like properties. Means you feel kind of a juicy, very comfortable with those memories. If they are not there, you feel something is not there, you are missing something. It's very dangerous. It is very dangerous to go with this matured physical body. When I say the word matured, means grown up, overgrown. Overgrown so much, now it has its own independent intelligence to reproduce constantly. The extraordinary suffering caused by the samskaras, engrams, not only becomes a lifestyle, your brain starts believing that as a juice of the life. That is the worst engram, I can tell you. That's one of the worst engram. That is why I tell you, the moment you encourage pain body in you, means samskaras, they not only occupy you completely, they become so strong, they start reproducing. And that reproduction becomes almost like a very juicy. You start feeling that is the essence of life. That's a juicy part of life, most dangerous. People who feel suffering is the juicy part of life, for whom it has become addiction, they are only called Rakshasas. They can't be without suffering. So, even if they don't know what to do, they go on hurting somebody, so that there can be some suffering for them. They can have something called juicy in their life. Don't allow matured pain body in you. Montreal University researchers found evidence that practicing the centuries-old Zen meditation, sitting, Zen meditation, can reinforce a central brain region that regulates pain. Through training, Zen meditators appear to thicken certain areas of cortex, and this appears to underlie their lower sensitivity to pain. According to MRI results, the central brain regions that regulate emotions were significantly thicker in Zen meditators compared to non-meditators. I think a few days before I was talking about my experience, and the Kundalini hit the Sahasrara, the parietal lobe became just thick, frozen, like a rock. Just witnessing, nothing else is required, just witnessing. Just witnessing can make this happening in your system. What the scientists are saying, the central brain regions that regulate emotions were significantly thicker in Zen meditators. Just witnessing can make it thick. Nothing else is required. Go on witnessing, witnessing, witnessing. Witnessing will lead to unclutching, unclutching will lead to witnessing. Being a sakshi, being a witness, will naturally awaken your Kundalini Shakti and non-mechanical parts of your brain. That is what these researchers are proving with scientific evidences. It's a very great revelation. Ron Hubbard, who developed the science of Dianetics and Scientology, says the engrams or painful memories are the root of all human ills. Erasing the engrams can relieve us from diseases like neurosis, asthma, high blood pressure, arthritis. Again, the same thing. The methods and techniques and methodologies and research and discoveries related to this past living. Please understand, when I say past living, I mean the moment you took this body till this moment, that zone, the first phase of past. If that is cleaned, many of the diseases like neurosis, asthma, high blood pressure, even diabetes can be healed. All genetical disorders can be healed. I can tell you from my experience, I have seen thousands of patients, I can say even millions of patients, how they walk out of their disease, because I help every day thousands of patients to walk out of their diseases. I know very clearly the signs, who walks out and who will not walk out, who can walk out and who cannot walk out. See, it's like the bio-memory is the place where all the samskaras are caught. Understand in this way, it's like ice cream where so many nuts are caught. If it is frozen, you cannot take those nuts out, very difficult. If it just melts, simply very easily you can take the nuts out. Same way, how they make this stone, or sorry, how they make this metal idols, metal statues. When they are being made, if some dust or small dirt, small piece of wood or some, all these things falls on it, or some small stone, all this, if it falls on it, once it is cool, the statue is made, you can't take that piece out. It is cut. But if you can melt it again, those dust or small stones can be taken out. Same way, the frozen biomemory holds all the engrams. All the engrams are caught in the frozen biomemories. But if that just melts with devotion, deep devotion, those engrams can be just like that, taken out and thrown away. That is the reason, when somebody melts with a deep devotion, I know the person will just walk out of the disease. All I need is just lending one hand and making that person walk out of the disease. If the person melts in devotion, even the technique to remove the engrams, they will do it sincerely. They know Master's words can lead us to enlightenment or health. But the problem is, when there is no basic connection, feeling connection, naturally they will neither go through the process nor walk out of the disease. Even if they had a little bit of sincerity to go through the process, they will walk out of the disease. But unfortunately, if people don't have even that sincerity to go through the process, very difficult to walk out of the disease. Working on the samskaras, releasing the engraved memories, does so many miraculous healing physically and mentally in you. That is what all these scientists and researchers and scholars again and again are proving. So as I said yesterday, this 3 method, 3 hours session, 3 session a day, 21 days. Cleansing the past living can be a very powerful process. I sincerely recommend all over the world, all our temples and ashrams and monasteries and centers start this program of cleansing the past living, this 21-day program as per the instruction, and conduct properly. Of course, you need to take care of your local legal systems to conduct this kind of programs. What needs to be done? Once the legalities are taken care, you should start doing this program, offering this program as a service to humanity. I can tell you, if somebody goes through this program and then comes for inner awakening or LBE, he will have the extraordinary experience. And we will also start providing this program of cleansing the past living, the first layer past, cleansing the prarabdha, so that humanity can raise into the higher consciousness. Humanity can move to the higher consciousness. Bless you all. Let you all live and radiate enlightenment. Achieve, live, experience, express and radiate the eternal bliss, Nityananda. Thank you.
All that it takes, all that I smell.